Good afternoon, beautiful people. We're live here from beautiful Florida. Let's talk about the Indiana Hoosiers versus Oregon Ducks first, and then we'll talk about Ole Miss and Miami. So let's get started. Indiana.
Well, I can't say that a lot of the people here want IU to take it. I was down on the beach and everyone was saying Hoosiers, but let's cut back on reality here. This is going to be a football game that everyone's going to remember.
100%.
This is going to be a game where, everything we've ever preached about fast, physical,
Relentless,
relentless, and
poised,
poised, and
and
disciplined.
disciplined. Yeah.
This is what everything we've ever preached about, and it's going to be this game.
Yeah, it's this game. I think that with Oregon, Dante Moore leading the way is a very good quarterback, and their offense. They lost their one of their running backs.
They actually have four out.
Four of the running backs in the transfer portal.
That's pretty much taking their depth away, and they have to rely on a freshman. No, I'm wrong. A
Senior Benson
to be able to lead that way. So
or Weddington.
they're probably gonna alternate those two.
Yep.
Would not doubt that. But it's gonna be one of those games where we're gonna have to be fast and physical.
Definitely on defense, we're going to have to keep them in third and long. They have a hard time at third and long, and get our rush going. Last time we played them, we sacked them quite a few times.
8 times to be exact.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just we have to. Our defense is going to have to keep them off of third downs because third and long is really tough for them.
And they're going to do a lot of 5 and outs. They're going to do a lot of 10 and outs. They're going to try to make different schemes where our linebackers and safeties try to, get sucked into the play. So that's just something that we have to definitely watch for.
Yeah, they're 48% on third down. So I mean that's pretty good. So
yeah, I mean, like I said before, the last touchdown that they had against us, it was busted coverage because Farrell got sucked in too deep.
Right.
And didn't catch up at the wide receivers go on a go route when that was his man. There was no communication, so it was the last touchdown. After watching a lot of film against JMU, they had some problems, running the ball and getting the ball out fast enough.
Yeah, the running game definitely is going to be impacted this game. I think IU's defense, if we can stop that run and make them one-dimensional, is going to make a huge difference on this game.
Definitely. If we can keep them one-dimensional, we can get Dante Moore to have happy feet and get him, out of the pocket where, Landino or Hardy or Fisher or, just somebody.
Bones
Jones, get them out there so we can get to them.
Yeah. And I'm expecting Kamara to have a big game today.
Yeah.
I really do.
I don't know, because last game they ended up doubling him.
Yeah, they did, but he still got in there.
He still got in there.
Yeah.
I think that he's even more worried about Ladino.
Yeah.
You get one-on-one matchup with him,
he's very good. Hoosier, Wheeler, the whole group of guys. Yeah, they're I think that we're gonna do a 4-2-5. I mean, I think that's what we're going to run against them. What do you think that?
Well,
it'll be a 3-3 stack, maybe.
In my watching the film on this, I think a 4-3 would be doing us better.
Yeah.
So if tight end pulls or goes out, you have one of the linebackers pick them up.
Yeah, the tight end's very good.
I wouldn't do I would see what they're throwing out first. The 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, first
that's gonna be where we find, where we're at.
Yeah, going to Indiana's offense now. I mean, we're looking good. We're looking great on offense right now. We have a ton of weapons on the outside. We have Elijah Surratt on the out. and then you have Becker, then you have Coop and EJ Manuel. I mean, we have a ton of talent out there, and our running backs have been amazing this year, which is going to be a key part of this game, I believe.
Running it down the throat.
Running down their throat with Hemby. Black has been. He's only 100 yards away from a 1,000-yard season too.
Really?
Yeah, 120 some change.
Wow.
For a 1,000-yard rushing season, so we would have 2 running backs over 1,000 yards.
That is nuts.
That is crazy. That's amazing for our team to do that. Our linemen are really been very physical running. Linemen has been very physical for our running game. You look at the right side of our offensive line. Starting with a center, Pat Coogan, then Bray Lynch, and Carter Smith, and then you got Benson.
Yeah, props to Benson. He's really stepped up.
He has stepped up. And Drew Evans.
Yeah. These guys truly want it. That was the question that I had whenever we faced them last time. It's going to be about who wants it.
Who wins the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, it's going to be the battle of the trenches this game.
This game is definitely going to be made the battle of the trenches.
That's what makes me super nervous, though, because Oregon has just as good defense off that trench as we do, too.
Yeah, their defense is really, really good. Finney and Bettner and Washington, and their whole defense is very good.
They have that really good, strong safety out of Purdue.
Perdone.
He's good. He made some game changers against the JMU team that they faced in round 1.
There's a lot of people talking about that game, the Oregon JMU game. I mean, we were just down on the beach just a little bit ago and talking to a gentleman that was a James Madison fan. And he was saying that James Madison scored a lot of points against them and against Oregon. But
yeah, I mean, James Madison is the group of guys on that team are all very well coached. It was just a skill level.
Yeah,
that was a problem.
Exactly.
It was a skill level that was something that you get coached by.
Yeah.
And the people that you have around you. And James Madison truly, Oregon tired them out.
Yeah, Oregon did tire them out. Oregon was, they dominated the game, I think.
Yeah.
And then the end of the third quarter, I think that Oregon put a lot of their starters on the resting block.
Yeah.
On the sideline. So that's one reason why JMU scored a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, our Indiana offense. So, you got to talk about us. Yeah, our red zone is amazing. For 50 red zone we're 72% in the red zone.
Yeah,
that's just amazing. And we have our red zone. Our explosive plays are just amazing. And 41.6 per game.
Yeah.
So points per game.
And the one thing that I do want to mention too is that Cooper was not in this game.
No, Cooper wasn't.
Whenever Charlie Becker had to take over for him. So they don't have much time watching Cooper.
Cooper against Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you're truly wondering how many, potentials we have this game, Oregon's have to pick their double team because you can't split defense both ways, and that's when we're going to run up the gut.
Yeah, but their defense is very good, and the question I have is what they're going to play. I think they're going to play zone against us again, like they did last time. What do you think?
I think they're going to have to run man.
Huh.
I think personally that they're going to want to get those matchups together.
Right.
And they're going to start playing man. I know that they're going to trust their cornerbacks a lot this game. Those one-on-one matchups against Surratt and Coop
And Coop.
Becker, and like I said, I want to see more tight end play this game. Just based on the fact that open in the field, it was wide open whenever we played them last.
Yeah, the defensive player for the slot. Well, nickel the nickel cornerback is very good.
Yeah,
very very good.
So we'll just have to see what coach plays out. I mean, props to him. He's going through the transfer portal, getting all these good kids in, and also studying up on this game for Oregon and IU.
Yeah,
That's you can see in his eyes.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good players coming in on the transfer portal wire. Mm-hmm. I mean, we lost a couple of defensive linemen, the Page brothers, and then we lost wide receiver, and
yeah, but we lost him like in October.
Yeah,
he
was from Appalachian State, and he decided to go, and now he's playing at a small school again.
Yeah, Liberty.
But it's a business decision for these kids. Yeah. It's crazy now that it is, but it is a business decision, and hopefully we keep people here at IU for that we don't lose some in the when we're done in the portal, but we'll have to see that. Our portal news has been amazing lately.
Yeah, it's been truly amazing. We just picked up a kid from Kent. No, it wasn't Kent. 300-pound defensive lineman.
Right.
Holy smokes.
That's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, Joe Hajay. How do you say that?
Was I wrong? Was it? It was Tulsa.
Tulsa, yeah. But yeah, he's a big boy. So we've gotten a lot of really good players, and we'll have to get some offensive linemen. That's one thing that
we need to really start settling for.
Right.
I think we have a pretty good stacked defense right now.
Yeah, we really do. A really good defense. So our transfer portal is just this year has been better than last year so far. I believe that, but it's going to be crazy to see because we got this kid from Texas. Oh, wait, sorry, I got this wrong. Of course, you got our quarterback that's coming in, what is really amazing. But yeah, we're looking very good at the transfer portal. I'm excited to see that, but more on this game. Yeah, more on this game is we have one of the best defenses, and they have a very good disciplined offense, and we're definitely gonna have to key in on their pass plays. They're gonna run a lot of schemes, a lot of misdirection. I haven't seen the YT for in a while, but they have a pistol, right? Theme going on here that that they're very good at, very disciplined in. So it's gonna be something something that we're definitely gonna have to stop early. Exactly. I agree 100%. They have a lot of misdirection plays too. And we have to look for that special team play too, because I don't know who you are running, a trick play on a punt team against JMU, but yeah, wherever floats your boat, right? Yeah, Oregon goes for it a lot on the fourth down too. Yeah, they do. I mean, they really do, and they have continued to do that ever since they played us too. Yeah, it's so you have to take care of four downs, especially if they're in the plus territory. Yeah, once you're in the plus territory, you got to be real, careful with them.
to get ahead a little bit.
Right.
And that's the thing with Dan Lanning, and his team. They're very smart. They're very intelligent. They'll pick up stuff that Kalen DeBoer at Alabama couldn't do. Ohio State, Ryan Day couldn't do.
Right.
Oregon has something to prove, and they want to prove it against us. So
Yeah,
that's something we
it's
got to be ready for.
Revenge game.
It's a revenge game.
We beat them 30-20 the last time we played them.
This is the Big Ten game.
Yeah, and it's good to see Big Ten going to the national championship game again. Either way, we really would like Indiana to win this game. It's going to be crazy. I mean, I think that we'll take over the stadium again. I really do think that IU is going to take over the stadium. The amount of people that were there last time. Some of the national pundits were saying how poor we are and we couldn't go because that's all there is in Indiana is plumbers and stuff like that. And that we couldn't afford to go to the games that are, Park Cuban just donated a ton of money to the NIL program also right now. So,
Mark Cuban is a donor for IU. So if you look him up and see how much money he has a lot more money than you.
Yeah, and
probably than you'll ever see.
We have some more billionaires and multimillionaires than our alumni too that they don't think about.
I promise you, if you go from coast to coast and you wear an Indiana football shirt or Indiana shirt in general, I bet you there's an alum.
Yeah, we've had people on the beach here,
and I promise you, this place ain't cheap.
Right.
Not on this side of the coast, right here. It's not cheap. But yeah, whatever they want to say, I love a little bit of chipping, but
chirping.
But I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more than plumbers.
Yeah.
Out there in Indiana, and I'm the one to speak about that. So
yeah.
Anyhow, my profession is a lot more detailed than plumbing.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. But anyhow, yeah, I've met a bunch of multimillionaires that are IU alums, so it's irrelevant to them to say that because they just don't know.
They don't know, yeah.
And that's okay. Continue not to know. But with Indiana defense, with the misdirection, these boys are going to have to be fast, a lot faster than last game. We're going to have to contain them to small yards. We can't let them have those big yards or any momentum at all. We have to break them down by the second half, and that's how we're going to win the game against Oregon.
Yeah.
You got to also think a lot of these kids, this is their last year.
Our turnover margin for Indiana is plus 18.
Yeah.
Plus 18 is amazing for defense, and not only that, but they score after they get a turnover.
Yeah.
We have 100 and some points over turnovers.
Yeah, and Oregon does too.
Plus. They're plus 7 in turnover margin.
But yeah, we just have to look on what they run in the first 4 minutes of the game, and I think coach and our people are gonna learn real quick.
Bryant Haynes he deciphers offenses very quick. Like
he is very good at it.
Pat Coogan, Ola Adams, the whole crew on that defensive side of the ball dissect the offense real quick.
On Alabama, yeah, they did. Against Alabama, they did real quick.
They did really quick, and on our offensive side of the ball, Coach Shanahan and Coach Sig he does offense. He doesn't really mess with Bryant Hayes at all.
No.
So they made the adjustments they needed to make too.
I wouldn't mess with him either if he's making $3 million a year. Mm-hmm. I'm just stating the obvious.
For Bryant Hayes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy the amount of money he's making now as defensive coordinator. He's making more than probably 70% of the head coaches are making in the FBS.
Yeah. Like you said, Kurt doesn't want to step. Coach Kurt he does not want to step over that line with Haynes because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
So I can only imagine what our offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators are looking at every day, or what they've been
you know, I drive Uber at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I drive some of the football players too, and I've always had a good rapport with a lot of the guys that come in my truck, in the red truck. Yeah, everybody knows me by the red truck,
Big red truck.
big red truck. So yeah, they're like a bunch of good group of guys. You know, last year Jamari Sharp was in there. I don't usually drop names on here for the players, but last year he was in the vehicle, and I told him this is before the season last year. I said, you know, Jamari, stick around.
Yeah.
Stick around because you know you're a great cornerback, and you play hard when you get in there, and I guarantee you that you'll play a lot more this year. And he goes, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? I wasn't blowing smoke up his butt. It's just that when you watched him on film, I was like, he's a damn good cornerback.
Yeah, he just didn't last year or the year before
Year
last.
before that,
He just
because he's one of the Tom Allen disciple players that have left here,
yeah
that stayed here at IU, which is pretty cool.
he's a very good lockdown corner, and you know he can make a play real quick if the ball comes towards him. But you know this game, you know, I say before every game, I'm super nervous about this game, and you know we're gonna have to really be ready, be focused. One thing I liked about how focused we were is that you know whenever they're in the practice field in Bloomington, Indiana, they didn't have any music or anything, keeping those boys focused.
Yeah.
While Oregon was playing up their hype music, you know, we were sitting there focusing on what we needed to do.
Yeah, I don't think that noise is going to take much of this game. I really don't think Oregon's going to have a lot of fans there. I may be wrong.
Maybe we are wrong, but you know,
Yeah, tons of, and I think there's going to be more like we did against in the Rose Bowl. I think it'd be like 70% Indiana at this game.
let's hope.
There's a bunch of people driving down there. There's a bunch of people flying down there for the game.
Yeah.
Who are
Southwest gave a deal.
Southwest and American Airlines, everybody was giving deals for for our fans to fly down there. We're down in Florida. We'll be watching from Florida.
Yeah, we were totally down to go to the game, but man, I'll save my money and
Yeah,
you know if we go to the national championship game, I'm going.
we're going to that. There's no doubt about it.
I will
Yeah.
I will come here.
I will sell. I'll sell my kidney to go to the game.
Don't listen to him. No, he won't. I'll do a couple side gigs and I'll get us there.
We'll get there.
But
Yeah, I don't care if we're sitting in the nosebleed or not because the stadium is doesn't matter where you sit. It's a good stadium to watch football. I've been there before.
yeah, and all my work guys know that too.
Yeah,
I've already told
told them.
them. But anyhow, on to Miami and Ole Miss. What's your thoughts on this, Dad?
Well, Miami Ole Miss. It's. I think it's really going to come down to the Miami's defense. I mean, they're Bain and Messidor there. I'm probably saying that wrong, but those guys are friggin' just wreak havoc. They're so physical on defense for them, you know.
They hit hard too. They hit hard. I was watching Miami absolutely just tearing people's heads off out there.
That's such a physical team. I think that I mean, I would arguably say that they're probably one of the top three defenses in the country, and two of the defenses are Oregon and Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, Ohio State's good defense too, Georgia, but you know, right now in this playoff, I definitely think that you know they're probably second or even first.
And the way that they won against Ohio State too is that they picked on their their new cornerbacks.
Yeah.
And that's how they won that game. They seen on film how we attacked them, and they followed the same recipe to do that.
They did. Their defensive linemen are just really good and hit hard, and were able to get in there, disrupt saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
You get staying on the
and
happy feet, man. It's game over.
game
And I
over.
hope I hope that changes for next year for them.
Yeah.
Up until you come to Indiana at Memorial Stadium.
Now Miami has a very good running back in Fletcher too.
Yeah, he knows how to break down the defense really good,
He does.
and he's
Yeah.
quick. He is very quick to hit the hole. So that's something that Ole Miss is definitely going to have to take a look at. They have to get a linebacker and make sure they fill those gaps for him not to be able to get out.
Yeah, they have a wide receiver that's a pure athlete too. I mean, he is amazing.
Sorry, guys.
He's an amazing player, and I probably like one of the best players in the country. I really think that he is.
Yeah, they have some really good wide receivers, and they have some very fast, physical linemen too. For Beck, what's
Carson Beck.
Carson Beck,
Yeah, from Miami.
and he's been at this atmosphere before, coming from Georgia, so he can definitely make. And he also knows old Miss's defense pretty well, playing.
He
from
played for Georgia, yeah.
So he definitely knows what to look for. But man, I really want Ole Miss to win this game, but I think Miami's going to take it.
I do too. I really want Ole Miss to win, and we predicted them last time that Ole Miss was going to win.
Yeah,
We did. Both of us did, which a lot of the national pundits didn't do. And a lot of them predicted Miami wasn't going to win, and we said Miami was going to win that game.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the key to me is on defense for Miami. They're so good on defense that they'll slow down this explosive game that Ole Miss plays. That kid that was he was a Fresno State transfer, I think it was called.
Oh, you're talking about the QB from Ole Miss?
Chandler.
Trinidad?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trinidad. He's one of those guys that has those happy feet but can still throw the ball far. If you just give him a second,
Yeah, he
he
flicks his arm and it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. And he's such a good guy that reads defenses very fast.
Yeah,
as a quarterback, a field general, true field general.
definitely.
I mean, one of the best quarterbacks in the country by far, coming from Ferris State, which is crazy. Think about
Ferris State. I don't even know where Ferris State's even at.
But yeah, anyway, Lacey, the running back for Ole Miss, this kid hits a hole hard. He hits that hole hard.
But how is that going to go against,
that Miami defense?
Miami defense.
Miami defense is very physical, very good.
I can argue that Miami's defense is going to be able to shut the run down.
Yeah.
So Ole Miss is definitely going to have to learn how to throw the ball.
Ole Miss, they're really good at throwing the ball. But like I said, I think Ole Miss is going to win this game.
I thought you said Miami
Miami's going to win this game. I'm just messing with you.
What are you doing?
I'm messing with you, Chase. Miami's going to win this game. I'm pretty sure that they are, which sucks because I don't want them to win the game because then the prices for the tickets for the national championship are going to go. Woo!
Yeah, they're going to go up.
Go up big time.
Back at their home stadium.
Yeah.
So I think that's the grudge that they want. That they know if they win this game, they get to go back home.
They get to go back home and have a national championship, a natty championship game in their hometown.
Which is going to be wild.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. And Fernando being from that area, maybe he could get a bunch of tickets for people. For IU people.
Yeah, maybe. And it'll be a homecoming. But being focused, straightforward, I cannot believe.
The question I have is can Ole Miss start stop Mark Fletcher. He's an amazing running back. Just amazing.
Well, like I said, you're gonna have to shut down Miami early in the game. That's almost like big brother and little brother, and big brother has to topple over you before you get too handsy.
I really think this game's going to come down to is the tackling of the cornerbacks and the safeties.
Yeah,
I really do think this game's going to come down to that.
And it's definitely going to be. I'm saying it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say it's a real close game.
I do. I think it's going to be a really close game. Also, yeah. So, yeah, okay. I'm getting reaffirmed here. So defensively, Old Miss, they have Perkins, Eccles, Dottie. They're a good defense.
They're a real good defense, and it's gonna start all with. I just don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. Like, I think this matchup might be a dog fight. It's gonna be a dog fight. I think this game's gonna come down to a field goal. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that field goal kicker, man, he's hit 50-yarders plus all season.
Like, I truly think that this game's gonna come down to a field goal.
Wow.
And, this is gonna be a game where it's not gonna be dominating because Ole Miss wants it just as bad as Miami.
Yeah.
They got something to prove. They lost their coach early, before all this started happening. They came out with a close win against Georgia,
right.
Arguably one of the best defenses in the country.
Yeah.
I truly think that this is going to be a dogfight.
It's going to come down to the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, and I truly think it's going to come down to a field goal.
A field goal. I agree with you. I really do. It's that this team matches up really well to each other, I believe.
And I don't normally get startled from both sides. I don't.
Yeah.
But when I'm sitting here watching film, which I watched film before we came here, during the time we were here last time, and then all through the week on both of these teams, and I just don't know. They match each other so well, but I think Miami takes it from a field goal.
I think it's I think it's going to be something that does that. So yeah. Let's get back to Indiana for a little bit. I have some more things I want to talk about. Our third down percentage is amazing at Indiana. With Mendoza's third down percentage I think it's going to be a key to the game.
I think a key to the game is, and who's going to have a big game this week, is going to be our tight ends.
You do?
I do. I loved how how the blocking was against Alabama. The blocking was, really good. Fernando got sacked a couple times, yes, but it was that Alabama defense. They're big boys.
Oh, they are.
Just how Saban likes them. But Saban isn't around anymore. Well, for college football, at least he's out there, bought into Nashville Predators hockey.
Yeah, he bought. That's crazy that Saban bought into the Predators hockey team, and he said yesterday on Pat McAfee that he did not know anything about hockey. But bought into it and said that they're 6-2 now with him. So it's funny that he bought it for money. He bought it for the money, which is smart.
But his wife loves Nashville, so
yeah,
I could see why. Saban's one of those guys that never truly stops working. Never stops. And when he gets bored, he has to have something else because he can't really do anything with Alabama right now.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for DeBoer because he's probably yelling at him. for losing this game,
Right.
losing the SEC championship game and losing
Mm-hmm.
the you know another big game against Indiana, which we handed them the worst loss in their playoff history.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. But back to Indiana, Fernando's going to really have to step up on this game. Being used to playing against Oregon, he knows what he has to look for. Third down conversions are going to mean the most.
The running game.
The running game is going to mean big.
Yeah. Black and Hemby. Let's go, boys.
Get some Martin in there too.
Yeah, Kobe.
Let's scheme them up a bit. Let them fight for what they want. And fight like it's our last game.
Definitely.
So it's definitely going to be one of those games that we're definitely going to have to.
I hopefully our wide receivers can win
these matchups.
Consistently against this Oregon team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what that stadium's going to look like.
It's going to be crazy. Another thing I was thinking about with Oregon and IU, with turnovers in this game are going to be massive.
Yeah, those cornerbacks for Oregon can, make those. So that's something that we're going to have to look for. And our defense, being if not the best defense in the country, make that happen. Pons really came out last game and did that. He made sure that turnover cracking Ty Simpson's rib.
Yeah.
Some people are arguing that Ty Simpson was getting his butt beat so bad in that game that he just quit.
I know he hurt his rib. You could tell him.
You could tell.
And the poor kid, after the game, he was actually just very emotional.
Yeah.
But one thing that got me about that game too is that when he got hurt, when he went to the sideline, the players didn't even help him at all. Like there was a wide receiver sitting there down.
Yeah.
And just didn't acknowledge it.
Yeah. That's not what a team's about.
And that's not about team. That's one thing that IU has.
Mm-hmm.
We're a strong team. We're a real strong team oriented team. Brotherhood of we're a brotherhood and we play for each other. We don't play for one just themselves. We play for each other. It doesn't matter to us who's hot that day.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
It's a team effort. You'll win every time.
Yeah, when you play as a team, you win as a team. But this game is going to come down to third down conversions.
Yep.
I think that, that's what it's going to come down to. Turnovers.
Turnover battle, yeah.
Turnover battles going to come down to. Can we keep that offense off the field for Oregon? If we can do that, control the time, possession time on our side, we can win this game.
Yeah.
I'm
starting to get a little nervous
about it already. Getting nervous about it and getting a little hot right now. The sun's beating down us here in Florida. The ocean's cracking waves behind us. We were out there fishing this morning.
I'm going to take my boat back out there.
We're going to get back out there.
I'll tell you this right now, guys. If Indiana wins this game, I will go and dive in that ocean.
We'll do a reel on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll dive in there too.
Will you?
Yeah. But I don't want anybody to reel me. I can't say that on here.
No.
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. I was going conch fishing for you guys, for you young guys.
Yeah, now that I'm older, I see why it was a little tough. Anyhow, no, this game's gonna be third down conversions. Turnover margin's gonna be huge. We need to make sure our guys are, up to date on what they're doing. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of 5 and outs. There's gonna be some RPO misdirection coming from Oregon.
Yep.
That's how they won the game against Texas Tech. Also, that game was another game that was made by mistakes. You can't have
They
mistakes
won.
against
Yeah,
Oregon.
yeah, definitely.
So, that's how Texas Tech got, shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, there was a ton of mistakes. I mean, Oregon got turnovers galore against them.
Yeah, and that's like one thing I said, before with Oregon. They can make something out of a mistake, and we can't let them have that mistake.
Yeah,
That's why it was such a close game whenever we played them at Autzen in Oregon.
Yeah, they only scored really one true touchdown on us.
Yeah, so that's something we got to look at. That's something that we truly need to do and be in focus coming into this game. Don't let media, don't let what people are saying. This is one thing I hate the most. Us as true Indiana fans.
Over 30 years for me.
Over 30 years for you, 26 years for me because I was a baby and I came out and had Indiana football clothes put on me.
Right.
One thing that we have to understand is that we've never been here before, and we got to stay humble. I get it that sometimes you want to sit there and you want to chirp at these guys because of the stupid crap you hear. You want to sit here and laugh at these guys for the stupid crap you hear. Guys, we got to stay humble and hungry. And coaches said that.
Yeah.
We can't go out here and start talking all this smack and all of a sudden our team gets beat. Then what are you going to do? You look like a fool.
Right.
Indiana's not made by foolishness. It is made by the team, a group, and the excellent fan base that we have.
The fan base that we have is sportsmanship of our fan base too.
Yes.
Arguably,
we can be like that towards Purdue. That's just because it's Purdue.
It's Purdue.
Okay. We can be that towards Notre Dame because it's Notre Dame. But, however, when we're coming into these games, we got to be humble and hungry and not make a fool out of ourselves.
And one thing I like to say is that Coach Allen's fingerprints are on this team.
Yeah,
we have Omar Cooper still here, still playing for us. Charlie Becker, Carter Smith, Amari Farrell, Lewis Moore, Isaiah Jones, and Nico Raddick. So, I mean, we still have players on this team that are from Tom Allen era, and we have a mix of them, and we have some good transfer portal kids that came in from other schools, mostly small schools. We're mostly 0 stars.
Yeah.
0 to 3 star players on our team, but we're playing as a team, and you can really tell that on film.
Yeah, definitely. And it was something that we seen proudly against Alabama. Critics were saying that we're going to get blown out. That is just a Cinderella story.
Right.
Well, it's not a Cinderella story from AM/FM anymore.
AM/FM.
Yeah, that's what his name is.
Paul Fieldbaum. AM/FM.
Your guys' last true hope, Ole Miss, everybody that you guys even said yourself wasn't going to make it.
I want to take a shout out to AJ Williams. He was a quarterback for Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
He's been sticking up for us.
Yeah. And Saban also did too.
Saban did too, yeah.
And, that's something that I don't understand. I don't understand why he hates Indiana so much or what we've done to deserve the kind of hate that we get from Paul.
From Paul Fieldbaum? Yeah, I don't understand it either. I mean, at least Heather got a little bit better this year.
Yeah. But,
I mean, she's an IU grad. Finally,
we proved it again and again and again against towards them. It still ain't no.
I understand that who writes his paycheck is the SEC, but
yeah, I get that too. But at the end of the day, you gotta say good out Indiana team because now we just spanked your Alabama team 38-3. They went all the way from that time, all the way from Alabama to California just to score 3 points.
Yeah.
They paid $1,500 to get into that stadium just to score 3 points. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But I can argue right now that Iowa would have put up a better fight against Alabama.
Iowa's a damn good football team.
And what happened to your SEC guys?
Yeah.
They all got smacked by Big Ten.
Yeah. We're leading right now in the bowl by a ton.
So, I mean, I'm sorry, stats don't lie. They don't lie. And you can't sit here and say, oh, it's Cinderella story.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm so proud of this team, no matter what happens for IU, Indiana. Like I said, I've been a huge fan for 30 years. I've been at the rock bottom watching them every week.
I was
That
there
they're
when there
home.
was only like 10,000 people. in the
Yeah.
stands.
They used to give free tickets out when I first started going to the games. I mean, after the Mallory, well, first season was Mallory, and they used to give out tickets. Cam Cameron was after that,
It used to be more people out on the tailgate than it was in the football game.
Yeah,
People would be like, I don't care about this game. Here you go.
yeah. Being a
So,
longtime fan, I'm just so excited for this team and how far they've come. No matter what happens this game, Indiana, the Hoosier faithful should be proud of this team, no matter what happens, because this has been an amazing run, and hopefully we get to keep it going.
yeah, I am proud of this team, but this is where my disciplined self comes out. I'll be proud of this team once we go and our seasons end. Right now, it's next up.
Next game,
You
1-0,
know,
yeah,
I'm not. I will say, as a Hoosier fan, I am proud for how far we have came
yeah,
and how far we're going to continue to keep going.
right,
Next step, next goal, right now is tomorrow at 7:30 against Oregon in Atlanta, Georgia.
yeah,
That's when I will be proud.
yeah,
Once I see that national championship game come up,
yeah,
and we went out on that game, that's when I'm going to be proud.
right.
If our season even ends tomorrow, I'm going to say I'm proud.
I'm proud.
But until that clock goes 0-0-0, whether it be a win or a loss, that's when I'll let you know when I'm proud.
Right. I'm just saying I'm proud of them now. I mean,
Yeah, you can be proud of them. Now.
I'm proud of them. I'm proud of how far they've gone.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud.
Bunch of misfits, players from small schools that had come to us, like JMU, Kent State, teams like that. I mean, come on now. This has been amazing run from JMU. The players from JMU that are starting still. The 13 players came over with Coach Sig, and it's down to very few now.
Yeah.
So it's amazing what they have done, and we have a ton of players like that that still have a chip on their shoulder, not recruited. It's like they said. A lot of the players have said is that I wasn't recruited by these teams.
Yeah.
And it ticks me off. You know what I mean? And some of them are from the backyards of these places.
Yeah. Like we said before, we met some people that live in Virginia, James Madison area.
Yeah.
They go to their football games, and they're very happy for us. They made this far, and I told them, without you guys, I don't know where we would be at right now.
Right. That's true.
So I'm very happy about.
Very proud of them JMU kids that transferred over and getting the coaching staff we did. I'm very proud of that too.
Very proud of it. So, what do you say, Dad? We're gonna break it down.
Break it down.
All right. Hoosier faithful, here with you, out of Cocoa Beach. Gonna be a beautiful game tomorrow.
Be a great game.
I don't know.
Be a great.
I don't want to break it down.
You don't want to break it down?
I don't want to break it down. I want to stay here. I just don't have the heart in me.
Stay here as in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to stay here all the way to the Miami game.
All the way to the Miami game? I don't know about that.
You don't. Break it down, Dad.
Break it down. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and share. Comment if you like. Let's go Hoosiers. Let's beat them Ducks. It's time to go duck hunting. Duck hunting. Let's go. Quack, quack. See you later, folks.